Hi, and welcome to Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving, a podcast series by Tharaka Foundation focused on youth mental health. Before we begin today's episode, I just wanted to let you all know that all content that is found in our podcast is created for informational purposes only. This content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or therapy. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition, and never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard in this podcast. Thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get started.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving. It's your host Punam here with a very special guest, Shanti Balaraman. She is the president and CEO of the Children Innovation Center, a center for sustainable innovation and transformative education. Today's podcast is recorded to celebrate Earth Day. As you know, this day serves as a reminder of the importance of environmental conservation and sustainability with various activities. The reason I chose this topic is because we all need to be mindful of taking care of Mother Earth so that our future generation can experience beautiful things and thrive in their journey. Welcome, Shanti. Can you please introduce yourself to those who are listening to you for the first time?
Thanks, Punam, for having me. Hello to all the listeners. I'm Shanti Balaraman. I think what propels me forward is my unwavering commitment to our planet. My passion lies in empowering the next generation with the knowledge to enable human-centric and responsible innovations that would help make the world a better place for all. With over 2 decades of experience in the technology industry, I bring practical insights to my educational initiatives. Over the course of 16 years, I've also delved into nature-inspired innovations and conducted extensive research. I firmly believe that innovation and environmental consciousness are inseparable. They must go hand in hand. I'm now dedicated to educating and nurturing young minds in creative and comprehensive thinking through the whole system design thinking process, fostering responsible innovations for a sustainable future. So that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you, Shanti, for sharing your introduction. It's wonderful to have you here. So, how are you planning to celebrate Earth's Day?
So since 2009, I've been spending every Earth Day at the Fremont Earth Day Fair, and I support and promote environmental projects initiated by kids. Kids are really good at pointing out our mistakes and the issues they see around them. An example is, most of us are now familiar with the anti-plastic straw movement, isn't it? So this was initiated by a kid around 30 years ago. Okay, and finally, only now, it took 13 years, okay, for us to realize this mistake. And now we are seeing some global changes happening with regards to this one product, straws. Okay, so similarly, now 3 years ago, one of my high schoolers initiated an awareness campaign about a plastic toothbrushes. So the campaign is to stop plastic toothbrush pollution. It's quite alarming to know the problems caused by this plastic toothbrushes. So if you just take a moment and think, the very first toothbrush that we used as a baby will remain on this planet 1,000 years, even way beyond our lifetime. But we are asked to keep changing our toothbrush every 3 months. Why do we want a product to last 1,000 years? So now think about the number of toothbrushes just you as a person have used. And then now multiply that to the global population. Okay, so just think about just this one product and how much problem it is causing. So, but there are eco-friendly alternatives for this product, such as bamboo toothbrushes are now in market, and these are compostable. So all we now need to do is educate ourselves and switch to eco-friendly alternatives. So for the past 2 years and even this upcoming Fremont Earth Day Fair, which is on April 20th, so we'll be collecting the plastic toothbrushes. So please come visit us and drop off your plastic toothbrush. So plastic toothbrushes, cannot be recycled through the curbside recycling because of the mixed materials in it. Currently, companies like Colgate, Oral-B, and Crest, they have come forward to do the extra processing that is needed to recover the raw materials from the toothbrushes um, and um, and create new products. Okay, so right now these companies are investing money into this responsible recycling. So this is the time that we should take use of this opportunity to dispose any existing plastic toothbrush that we might have and use this program to dispose it responsibly. So this ideally, should be only a one-time procedure per household. So my kind request to you all, please buying any new plastic toothbrush and refuse to take any plastic toothbrush distributed through your dentist, okay? And please permanently switch to buying eco-friendly options. Any used or new plastic toothbrush you have, you can drop it off at one of the collection points that we have, and we will ship it to these companies so they can recycle it responsibly.
Wow, Shanti, what a great way to celebrate Earth Day and help our community. So, you mentioned in Fremont, we are celebrating Earth Day on April 20th, and people can drop off these plastic toothbrushes there. But can you please share if there are any other facilities where people can drop off plastic toothbrushes?
Yes, absolutely. So we are partnering right now, with the Seva not-profit organizations, and they do have chapters nationwide, and many chapters are leading local collection in their areas. So you can check Seva, and you can find drop-off locations, around the country. Here in Fremont, City of Fremont and Washington Hospital has been a very reliable partner and supporter of this program right from the very beginning. But if you want to help further, you could become one of the collection points too. So you can collect and then bring it back to us, or you can collect, and if you have collected in large numbers, you can ship it directly to those companies too. So they do offer free shipping labels. So all you've got to do is collect, print their prepaid shipping labels, and then ship it back to them. So if you want to help further, become a collection point yourself, or you can even, donate funds and request company matching. So one of the things we are using the funds is to buy bamboo toothbrush and use it as a incentive. So people, when they're bringing plastic toothbrush, we give them a bamboo toothbrush as an incentive. So that will motivate people to switch. So that's how you can help further if you are interested.
Thank you for sharing that useful information. This is a wonderful initiative. So, if people want to become and they want to launch local collection point, I do believe they can go to the website greenkidsnow.org and they can find further details. So, that's wonderful. I wanted to ask you, what are some other simple things we can do to support Earth Day?
Yeah, so there are many things, simple things we can do. It all begins with being mindful of our actions and being aware of the consequences of our actions. So, one of the way, even if you don't go out of the way, your way to do an environmental project, you as a consumer can still help support environmental protection just by making the right choices while you shop. So let me give you one example. So being aware, of your household products, from shampoo, soaps, cookies, chips, cosmetics, bread, cereal, chocolate, instant noodles, pasta, ice cream. We can go on and on, frozen dessert, soups like this. These all products all are made using palm oil and ingredients derived from palm oil. So why am I bringing this out is because palm oil industry is responsible for the destruction oldest rainforests of this planet. Okay, so these rainforests have been formed over millions of years, and we are just destroying it in a matter of few years now. And we have caused extinction of many animal and plant species, all because we need to make space to increase the palm plantation because palm oil is in great demand. So, as these products, all the household products that I mentioned, as the population increases, the demand for those products increase, and those manufacturers want more palm oil. So now we need more palm trees. So we are cutting the oldest rainforests and planting palm trees instead. So this is a huge problem, and that is why, in the recent years, an international consortium has emerged. So they are ensuring and certifying companies when they are uh, adopting sustainable palm oil purchases. Okay, so that when you are shopping, look out for the RSPO seal. The RSPO stands for Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil. So this certification shows that the manufacturer, they took the effort to ensure that the palm oil that they bought, adheres to the sustainable practices, and it will not contribute to deforestation or habitat destruction or cause any harm to the local community and wildlife. Please take a moment to look at the packaging and look for the sustainable labels, because when companies who prioritize sustainability, they want to share that information in their packaging. Okay, so just think about it. We might perceive that I'm just eating Oreo cookies, it's harmless, right? But then in reality, buying more of those Oreo cookies, you're actually inadvertently you're contributing to deforestation. So educate yourself, read the labels when you shop, and remain aware of the impact our actions could cause to the environment, because every choice matters. And if we want to do more, there are so many organizations like the Rainforest Action Network. They are fighting for this mission. So we can support those organizations to continue. They are advocating for um, the rainforests. They are trying to do everything for this mission and putting the companies on check. Okay, so.
Wow, wow, Shanti, this is an eye-opening learning for me. Thank you so much for educating us.
Mhm.
And you mentioned some good ways we can contribute to this effort. But I wanted to ask you one more question. How can we honor Earth Day at home? You mentioned as a consumer, what we consume at home, we definitely need to be aware, look at the packaging and support, you know, companies who are making efforts to avoid deforestation. But are there any other ways we can honor Earth Day at home?
Mhm. So I want you to think of Earth Day similar to Mother's Day or Father's Day. So we just don't think about our mom and dad only on that day, isn't it? So it is just a day to help us remember our love for our parents and for this mother. So, and to remember our responsibilities too. So, use the Earth Day as a reminder so that we can remember our love and responsibility throughout the year as well. Um, so, first and foremost, um, we as humans, we must embrace humility and acknowledge that the earth does not belong to us. Rather, we belong to the earth. Okay, so it is essential to internalize this truth and understand that each and every one of us bears the responsibility to care for our environment. Um, the reason I mentioned embrace humility is because we humans think that everything on this planet Earth belongs to us, and we humans have the right to take anything and how much ever we want. So we need to embrace humility to first acknowledge that the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. So furthermore, we need to move away from considering the environment activities as a separate project from our daily lives. Okay. So environmental, being mindful and cultivating habits, we have to ensure that environmental consciousness is interweaved into everyday activities. Okay, so it should become part of our life and it should be the way of living. By being responsible of our choices and actions, we recognize that even a seemingly simple action can have global consequences. So once you internalize these values and embrace your responsibility, then you will be able to notice many things that need changes in your home, okay, and workplace and local community. You'll be able to start noticing it. You will begin to educate yourself and realize that sustainability begins in our mind first, right? So we need to first um, educate ourselves and first realize and internalize this idea that it is our responsibility. Then we will be able to see things differently. So then you will notice that there are many things we can do at home, from simple actions like switching your plastic toothbrush to a bamboo toothbrush, then switching your sponge cleaning sponge. Most of the sponges are synthetic and it's a fossil fuel based sponge. So we can switch that. Now there are many compostable cleaning sponge available. So make such a small changes. You can look around your house and find plastic materials, household items, and then go plastic free. Whenever you're shopping and you need to change, look for other alternatives, plastic free alternatives. If you're looking to slightly take on bigger projects, changing your appliances, then you look for electric and energy saving ones. You can install solar panels on your roof. Right now, if you're going to looking into larger projects in your home, take advantage of the Inflation Reduction Act rebates. IRA rebates, because you do get rebates to replace your water heater with heat pumps. You can replace your stove, gas stove with induction stove. And if you want to replace any of your household larger items, take advantage of the IRA rebates, and there are many rebates available right now.
Well, I loved what you explained. Simple action can have global consequences, and that mindset, right? First, you need to realize the importance, embrace humility, and then your actions will happen to save Mother Earth. And I must say, you inspired me, Shanti, to reduce disposable utensils usage. I was using paper cups to serve tea for friends gathering, but now I bought reusable cups for this purpose. So I'm glad I did something to make the Mother Earth happy. Thank you, Shanti, for sharing that. So, what is your message for parents who are listening to this podcast?
Yeah, parents, they can do a lot. They can serve as a role model. I really, encourage parents to put in their time and go and do volunteer work along with your kids at local nonprofits, environmental organizations. So, it's a great opportunity to also bond with your child, and you can see how allow your child to lead, and you can follow them, you can collaborate with them, and you're creating good memories with your child, as well as you are showing that doing service is fulfilling, and it means more than what you're just doing. You gain a lot back as well by doing that service project with a child. So be a role model, and help develop these moral values and principles with your child. So go and volunteer along with your child in the local nonprofits.
Thank you, Shanti. I agree. Giving is receiving. So we think we are giving, rather we are gaining a lot, and that bond is so beautiful. The other question I wanted to ask, what's your message for the teens who are listening to this podcast?
Mhm. Yeah, actually, teens, you can do a lot. Your contribution matters. So, first thing is believe in yourself and step forward and do something, create a positive impact on the planet, because every even small action, collectively, it makes a big difference. So, it also helps you to figure out a sense of purpose. So when you're teaming up with your peers, with your family, with others in your community in this collective action, you will find that happiness in building this community and doing something for the common good. Then you would also feel that happiness and a sense of purpose as well. And it helps you to come out of your TikTok as well. So it's, collectively join your community and help, because your contribution matters. So we need you.
Thank you, Shanti, for sharing all the great insights. I learned a lot from you today, and I'm sure our listeners are also learning something new, and they will take some concrete action to do their share. So, what I learned is that Earth Day is not just about one day of action, but about fostering a mindset of environmental consciousness, as you were explaining. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can help protect and preserve our planet for future generations. Thank you so much for spending time with us. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are listening to Mindful, Beautiful, and Thriving, a podcast series by Tharaka Foundation. As part of our youth series, we will be releasing new episodes every Friday, so make sure to continue to check those out. We hoped you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you so much for listening.